Hello, welcome back. Thank you for clicking on my video. We are starting quick and fast, and we are drawing sea turtles today. I am much more awake. I did have coffee, so yay. So the second topic for these drawings are sea turtles from our summer beach theme coloring pages. And I was doing a little bit of research and I found out that there are 7 different types of sea turtles. So that is what I am doing today. I'm starting to draw the first sea turtle, and as you can see, I definitely did erase, delete, erase, delete, start again. So that's kind of how life is. You just keep on trying until you kind of get it right, and you just leave it how it is because you're awesome, right? All right, so I did start 8.5 by 11 page on Photoshop. I am using my Wacom tablet, or Wacom, I don't know how you say it, but that tablet with the pen. And I do know that Procreate is another form of drawing digitally, but right now this is what I have, and I have to work with what I got. So here we go. From the previous video, I did say that I do use pictures as references, and yes, I did. So you will see eventually that I do bring in pictures into the page, and don't tell anybody, I did trace because, you know, we're not perfect and I don't know how to draw perfectly, so I do need some help, and you'll see that later on. So here we are, and I am doing some details on this one. Please, I do not remember, even though I know all of the names of the 7. I believe this one is the Kemp. No, I don't remember. Hawk. You'll see later on. I'll write it down. But as we continue, I also Googled the anatomy of turtles. So what you are seeing right now are the flippers, and I'm doing the details on the flippers. I am actually referencing this from a page because I don't remember all of these details, but I thought that was kind of cool that I can see all of the parts, the anatomy, and that way I can actually tell you something informative and educational while you see me super fast like Flash draw this. Because, you know, I have superpowers to draw this fast. No, I don't. I actually record this screen recording through QuickTime Player. Nothing fancy. And then I also use a secondary iPhone to record the process, as you saw in the first video. This time I am not showing my face. I am actually showing my beautiful hands. So maybe the next video I'll show my face. But for this one I did want to focus on the tablet so you can see my hand movements. This I do know, this is the leatherback sea turtle, because I guess the back looks like leather and it's dark and it's black and it has a lot of white specks. It kind of looks like leather. So there you go. Okay, next turtle. This one you will see I did erase a lot and delete, and I just did not get it right, but that's okay. I kept trying over again. It's kind of funny how you think you know you got something until you try, and then you don't have it, and then you figure out that you have to try again, and trial and error. So here we go. That's kind of what's going on here, and basically how my life is. Trial and error, but the more you do something, the better you get. So my goal is to hopefully, and it will happen because I am doing these consistently, fingers crossed, to get a lot better at these digital drawings and make them quicker, as you know, my skills for digital drawing get better. So these videos will be shorter. I think I clicked something and I wasn't recording the audio, but that's okay. It looks like I am not recording the audio, but we'll see. And if not, then I'll have to redo this all over again because, you know, I just love talking and talking, and I love talking. So, moving on. This little buddy, I did forget his name, but that's okay. We are learning here as we go. One thing I do want to mention is sometimes free drawing, things just don't look correct within the proportions of the, you know, the top of the shell and the, let's see, the flappers and flippers. But there you go. Here you see my reference pictures. So like I was saying, you know, some of the things don't look like they're in proportion because, you know, the back flipper of the top turtle doesn't look right, but it all works out in the end. There's the leather because it's black and it looks like leather. Some of the drawings online and pictures, they all have different shapes and different colors, which I saw that was pretty cool. How most of the turtles are all different. Again, the same reoccurring theme on how different we all are, which is kind of cool, even though we're all the same. Yeah, there we go. So I did jot those down because I wanted to reference which ones they look alike, some of them, so I got a little confused at that point. This one I thought was so beautiful with the details on the back, on the shell, and just the black and white contrast of the flippers and the head with the, you know, the very cool painter-esque, it looks like watercolors on the back. So in the shell it looked really cool. So I did want to try my best to make this exactly like the picture, and then I kept trying, and then I said, you know what, let's get some help because sometimes we do need some help. So that's exactly what I did. I traced over. Yes, I did. You know, nobody's perfect. I did trace over, and I'm glad I did because this one came out beautiful, and you will see how beautiful it did come out. So I'm very excited, although it was not a free draw. I'm proud of it because it is so beautiful. The details on this sea turtle are so beautiful, and I'm really excited on how it's gonna look when, you know, you or whoever colors it in. It's so beautiful, and I think that you can color your coloring pages any color you want. I mean, this is an orange, yellow, red, you know, dark red, black and white sea turtle. But hey, get creative, do whatever you want to do, whatever feels right. If you want the sea turtle to be purple with yellow, do some contrasting colors, you know, cool colors, warm colors, whatever you feel like, go for it, you know, think outside the box. So in regards to cool colors and warm colors, cool colors are blues, purples, and greens, and warm colors are like the shell, which are red, orange, and yellow. Warm as the sun and cool as the freezing cold. Here we go. Look at how beautiful those details on that shell are. I think that if I ever see something like that in the ocean, I would just, oh my God, I would just try to look at it as hard as I can so I don't forget what it looks like, because it is so beautiful. And I'm pretty sure in person it looks way more amazing. Olive Riley sea turtle, here we go. This one I did not trace, guys. I did try my best to copy it using my hands, not a reference sheet or a picture. So I winged it, and I'm glad I did. I'm glad I winged some of these because it just helps me get back to my motor skills. If you guys don't know me, I did break my wrist twice. Well, once, and then I got surgery because I broke my bone on my wrist, and then 6 years later I fell and I found out I had carpal tunnel and broken tendons. So it was pretty tough for someone who uses their hands as, you know, everything they do in art. So I'm pretty glad that I'm able to practice more and use my hands and my wrists and my fingers to continue to do what I love, which is, you know, art in all shapes and forms and sizes, which means I love to paint, to draw, to do crafts, to decorate, to, you know, do watercolors, just anything creative, ceramics, clay, you know. I love to dabble into all those things, and I think everybody should try at least once in their life a little bit of something so they kind of see if they like it or not. You know, how would you know if you like something if you don't even try? So you just gotta try, people. Just try it. If you don't like it, then let it go. And if you do, then keep doing that if it feels right. So here I am doing the little details. With the digital art, I did notice the harder you press on your screen, on your tablet, your Wacom tablet, the darker your lines are. So I did not change my thickness of my paintbrush. This is all the same thickness. I usually do it at 10. I don't know if it's at 12. Right now I see the screen and it looks like it's on 12, but however, the very light details, I lift my wrist up a little bit and I try not to press too hard on the screen. So that is how you achieve the light lines on your details or on your drawing or whatever you're trying to do digitally. The harder you press, the thicker the lines are, and it won't go past 10. So if you do want thicker lines, you will have to increase your thickness. You know, if I'm doing 10, if I want it a little thicker, I go 20. The titles I do on these pages, I do use 20. I want that thick, bold title. So that's a little tip for y'all. And I am doing the last sea turtle here, which is the loggerhead. Yep, the loggerhead. I did the flat back. That's the olive. And here is the loggerhead. The loggerhead also has beautiful details on its shell, similar to the keps. This one was so beautiful. I believe this is a baby. I don't know. The angle looks kind of weird. But I really wanted to master this turtle, the sea turtle. Ugh, I wanted to free draw this so bad. But, you know, it is a tough one. And this is a tough angle. And I might have to just keep practicing. And the more I draw, or, you know, this is for everyone. This is for you too. The more you do something, the better you will get. So I'm pretty sure in the future my drawings will be a lot better and I won't have to use pictures to draw. But for now, this is me asking for some help from, you know, the person who took these pictures, which thank you so much. I will put down all of these reference pictures, you know, because obviously I didn't take them, so I wouldn't want somebody to take my stuff without, you know, saying, hey, by the way, this person did an amazing job and I want to shout this person out because they're awesome. So here I am tracing everything. I did forget the top lines, but I will go over them. This was a little funny section. You start wanting to do lines and then you realize that it's nature and not all of them are going to have the same pattern. So I winged it, but I winged it later. Before that, I went into these awesome lines because the shell goes and pops up and it looks like a volcano and it looks so cool. So I'm really excited to see how people color these in because they're so beautiful. And I'm pretty sure these are not the only ones that are orange and black. I mean, I hope not. This is such a cool seashell. I mean, it's not a seashell. I'm already thinking about the last one I did. It's too much. Anyways, sea turtles. So here are some more lines. Lines. I'm pretty sure if I do this drawing again, I might do something a little bit different. But this is what came out of my brain and into my hand, and I absolutely love it. And because the bottom of these pop out details of this shell are black, I wanted to go over the edges with more lines so that it does look a little darker, to give that illusion that it is darker, so that when you do color it in, the brightness is on top and then it looks like it's protruding out. A nice little word there for you. And some more details and more details. At this point I was like, yes, I got this. Looking like fin type things, dinosaurs, I don't know. It just worked out for me. I was looking at the picture, but you know, sometimes you just gotta do what feels right inside, and this is it. And I basically try to do the edges first and fill in the little shapes in the inside, just so that it is easier to kind of gauge how these flippers are looking. And those little things poking out are called claws. So I guess that way they can claw into things like sand and sea plants. The lateral structure, which is basically top of the shell. Cool. Alright guys, and I am finally finished. 7 types of seashells. Here we go again. 7 types of sea turtles. And as you heard on my previous video, I do try to rearrange and resize my drawings because I want them to look cohesive and balanced on the paper, and I want everything to fit in this rectangle of 8.5 by 11, so that when you print it, it looks pretty nice, and the sea turtles are a decent size so you can color them in. Here we go. It took me a little bit to get the right angles and sizes, but it definitely worked out in the end, and I'm very, very excited for how this came out. There's that flat, what is it called? Flat back, all the way at the top with its flat back. Alright guys and gals, here is the title making. This I did do at 20%, and at this point I figured I was doing the letters from the previous drawing, so I kind of wanted to switch it up a little bit and mimic the flippers, that texture, not the texture, but the shapes of the flippers into the title, which came out super cool. It reminded me of Ninja Turtles. And I deleted the C because it did look a little bubbly, so I did go back, create that one, align it, and merge those 2 layers so that it becomes one. And there you go guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time for some more amazing videos from Reynoso Designs.